Realest one. Before I say a word else, let me get this straight out the way. Nah, I don't believe in speaking about folks dead. Nah, I don't believe in speaking about folks' mama. Alright? In fact, it's 50 versus the whole damn family now. Diss track each per person individually for him putting up that picture of Tiny, bruh. Now, let's rewind a little bit. It was T.I. He went on the $1 Million Worth of Game show, Gilly Wallow, and he was talking about how he had brought it up to Fifth to do a verses. And he said Fifth was down with it at first. And Fifth started acting weird or whatever. I seen some folks who said, well, Fifth don't got to do no verses with T.I. if you don't want to. But it's not about that. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real, whether you a Fifth fan or not. Can we please be honest about this nigga, man? Dope music. Dope projects, shows, but as a person, the nigga is a troller, bruh. I cannot sign off on anything that he does on social media. He has got to be one of the most miserable niggas I have ever seen with all the success over the years, man. I really be wondering what makes Fifth tick. What makes him do the things that he does. The truest shit that was ever said was, no matter how much money a person has, they can still be miserable. With no hesitation, he responds the only way 50 knows how to respond. He's like, keep my name out your mouth. He puts up a picture of Tiny, T.I.'s wife, mother of his children. Couldn't understand why 50 decided to go there when he could talk to that man like a man. I didn't understand that. It's not even about picking sides. I just thought that was corny shit to do. No matter what the case is, Fifth is going to choose the most ignorant route to go about the situation. So after he did that, T.I. ended up dropping a couple of diss joints, right? But it did not stop there. So you got T.I.'s son King and Damani, who individually go at this man. And T.I.'s son King, what he did, he took it, listen, some people might say he took it way too far with this. But did he really? And I only say that because you got to be careful of the line that you cross with people, because you cannot, it's hard to defend somebody when they open that door for the disrespect and now they call themselves complaining about how somebody responded. King, he started talking about Fifth's deceased mother. And the other son, they ended up putting up AI pictures because, Fifth's moms had passed away in a fire. They end up putting up pictures, they really, listen, man, they went all out with it, man. They really went at Fifth with that. They brought up that man's deceased moms and everything like that. And I see some folks who were saying they should stay out of grown folks' business. I see some folks who were saying, oh, y'all little punk ass niggas, Fifth one slap the shit out you. But y'all not understanding this, though. That's all that, it could be true, whatever you want to say. That's not just T.I.'s wife, nigga. That's somebody's mama right there. Me being at that age, no matter what age I'm at, it don't matter if I'm 13, it don't matter if I'm 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something. You come at my mom's, nigga, it's on and it's popping. You can't tell me a goddamn thing, because this should have never went there in the first place. Point blank, period. These shows, I don't give a fuck how much I like power, nigga. I'm not co-signing the bullshit that this fool be doing on social media. We not doing that. Because him having all of that means that he is in a place in life to where he doesn't even have to be doing that. I wish I might be as successful as a 50 Cent and sitting up there trolling with niggas like that all the time. You can't tell me that does not look corny, bruh. Like Fifth was even trying to go at Beyonce's moms. And I could care less about Beyonce, and her moms, or whatever the case is. All the girl did was basically, give Tiny some praise for ignoring the situation, and showing social media that she was unbothered. And Fifth took that as, oh, you chose our side? That's what people were saying, right? I don't even think it's about choosing a side. At the end of the day, How could you not look at Fifth like he was wrong in this situation? Everything is not hip hop. Niggas ain't playing with you. For years, 50 always came off like he was this big bad bully. But you gotta understand something. Sooner or later, when you cross the line with somebody, okay, somebody's gonna challenge you in that way. Now, I heard that Fifth had took down some posts. One, I have a few things. He thought about it and he's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. A phone call was made, or he just felt the backlash. You know what I'm saying? It's only one. All good. Hell, it could be all three. Cause let's keep it real. That situation could have went to a different place. And even though you're 50 Cent, you probably think that you cannot be touched or whatever. Let me tell you something. It's those type of people who have that mentality that always end up getting touched. Never think you're exempt. Never think you could go around violating folks and there's nothing to come from it, man. I don't care how good your music is. I don't care how many classic albums you got. I don't care how many dope ass TV shows you got. If it was T.I. that had done the same thing to Fifth, I'd be saying the same shit right now, nigga. That shit is wild. That shit is crazy. And I feel like anybody that's even sticking up for Fifth, I feel like you corny. Because you know fucking well you would not want Fifth talking about your moms like that. I do not understand why these celebrities choose to do the things that they do with the success that they have, bruh. It does not make no goddamn sense. You fucking right. You got the husband and the two sons going to bat for the most important person in their lives, their mother and their wife. You're fucking right. That's how it's supposed to be with anybody. What else was there to happen? What? It don't matter how young they are, how spoiled you think they might be. It don't matter what you think about them boys, but they did what every nigga who had his mother disrespected would have done. I'm not one to talk about somebody's deceased moms. I don't believe in that type of shit. But I'm not about to sit here and say to these fools, yo, you know, you took it too far, even though Fifth did cross that line first and for no fucking reason. How crazy is that shit? You gotta watch you underestimate, man. You gotta watch the lines that you cross to people. Everybody is not playing. Everybody ain't pussy. And some folks, no matter what you think of them, no matter how you perceive them, are willing to take it to just as far as a level as you're willing to take it to. If not even further. Shouldn't be nothing to talk about. Stop playing with people, man. 50 Cent, whoever. I love the massacre, Get Rich or Die Trying, but there ain't enough dope music in the world to make me condone the actions of some shit like that. Hell no, we ain't doing that. Because I know the type of time I would be on if I was T.I., if I was Damani, if I was King. You crazy as hell. Can't play with people like that. 50, he just does too much. God, he survived his situation. But I got to keep it honest, man. I got to be real. For a nigga that's living with 9 gun wounds, he sure ain't learned nothing from his past. Some niggas don't even survive one. It's really a shame, man. A T.I. and 50 Cent versus would have been dope. That would have been fire, right? Fifth got too much going on for that. And like I say, I'm a fan of his shows. I'm a fan of his music. Always been. Fifth is just a complex individual. You just don't understand what makes him tick, what makes him do the things that he does. And then he enjoys it. He smiles about this shit. Because this whole situation could have led somewhere way worse than just music. I'm not saying 50 is a punk or sucker, but T.I. and them, they clearly showed they ain't having it. They done clearly showed you ain't disrespecting me and mines. Celebrity or not. Come on now. So hell no, I don't feel like T.I.'s kids is wrong for going to bat for moms. Because if you don't cross that line in the first place, it don't have to even be that type of static. It is what it is, fam. But y'all let me know. T.I.'s kids take it too far. Should they have sat back and let T.I. handle that situation? Well, let's want to slide